Today, we want to introduce a new hardware solution that we have been working on uh, with the goal of making it cheaper and easier to get started with StayFi Wi-Fi marketing your properties or add more properties if you're already using us. We're very excited about this solution. We've been working on this for a long time. We think it's going to be a great upgrade to our customers, current and future customers. So really excited to get started and walk you through what this is. A little overview of what we're going to be covering today. First, I'll give you an overview of what Aginet is, then some comparison with our current UniFi solution, exactly like help you try to choose or decide when you should be using each of our hardware solutions now that we have like more and more options. And then there's going to be time for Q&A at the end. By the way, if you have any questions throughout the webinar, please use the QA box on the bottom of the screen and leave any questions there. If someone from the team knows the answer, they're going to respond live. If not, we're going to go through all the questions at the end as well. All right. So basically, what is our new Aginet solution? It's a combination of deep-link hardware, Wi-Fi mesh hardware, and our existing StayFi Express that comes together in one bundle. So it's a plug-and-play solution, very similar to what we do with UniFi, that allows you to get started with StayFi data collection and Wi-Fi marketing in your properties with the simplest setup, most affordable price, and something that we know has been like we heard feedback about this. Also, it's like the most reliable connection that you can set up in your properties. So basically, I'm going to cover this later. Again, in more detail, I'm going to show you what it looks like. But every time you're getting Aginet, you are getting a TP-Link Aginet device paired with one StayFi Express. However, the setup for this is way more easier than our current StayFi Express solution. If you are already using that, there is no need to go through a setup process in our application. Very similar to what we do with UniFi. You take it out of the box, you connect it, you put it on your property, and it's ready to go. I'm going to hand it over to Autumn here for a second so she can go over how the solution works with the whole ecosystem and how it unlocks all the features that StayFi has to offer.
Yeah, so Aginet is the start of your guests connecting to the Wi-Fi. So we have these devices in the properties, and the guests will go to connect to the Wi-Fi just like normal. But once they connect to the Wi-Fi, they're going to see a branded splash page. So that splash page is going to be branded based on how you set it up. So it'll have your logo and a nice background image. And then the guests are going to enter their information on that page. So their name, email, phone number, and then they're going to click connect to Wi-Fi. Once the guest connects to the Wi-Fi, they're going to be shown a homepage. So that homepage is a great place to promote different upsell opportunity to your guests, things to do in the area, property-specific information, area-specific information. So you can make that a really, really great resource for your guests to use and just give them an overall better guest experience. We also do partner with a couple of third-party vendors called Hostco and Viator. Both of those vendors, we have seen our customers have success with generating extra revenue by promoting upsells in different ways, such as mid-stay cleans, late checkouts, early check-ins, those kind of things. But you can add whatever you want to your Hostco store if you have other ideas there as well. Once you collect that information from your guest, you do want to remarket to your guest so that way you can drive more direct bookings. So we have an email marketing tool and we have an SMS marketing tool as well. So with our email marketing tool, we do have automated one-click email campaigns you can create. You can create a really nice professional looking email in just a few minutes, get that going out to your guests. They look nice, they're professional. You can include good, useful information to your guests. You can educate them about booking direct with you as opposed to booking through OTAs. And then since they're automated, you set them up one time and they'll go out automatically to your guests. We also have text campaigns available, so you can build those out as well. Have some of those go out automatically and just try to drive more direct bookings for you and build more revenue as a business. In addition to all of this, you also do get preferred partner status on StayFinder. StayFinder is new, so if you're not familiar with it, it is a direct booking search engine that we have built out. And the main goal of that is to drive traffic to our customers' direct booking websites, and hopefully drive more direct bookings to them. So we're not a booking engine. Any traffic we get to your listings, that'll be directed back to your direct booking website. And then, of course, any StayFi customers do get a preferred status on that as well. And in addition to just being a search engine for direct bookings, we do have a price comparison tool there as well. So we're really leaning on trying to educate guests that they can save money if they book direct through a property manager or vacation rental company as opposed to booking through those third-party OTAs.
Cool. Thank you for that. Basically, one last thing I want to point out there is within StayFinder, any StayFi Wi-Fi customer, as soon as they opt into the program, they get preferred status. If they don't get into a program, you get like featured status, but most of them get different levels of increased visibility and exposure and active promotion of their properties. So if you join StayFi for StayFinder and you want to get more traffic to your site, adding Wi-Fi is the best way to do that. And Aginet is now the cheapest and newest option to get started with Wi-Fi. If you need any assistance with any of these, please do reach out to Autumn. Her email is down here, autumn.marks@stayfi.com. And we'll be happy to help you set all of this up.
Yes, especially if any of our existing customers need help just kind of optimizing their accounts too. Happy to help with that. Feel free to reach out to me.
Yeah. All right. Moving on, I want to give a little bit more background on why we decided to add Aginet to our portfolio in the first place. So if you have been using UniFi for a while, you know it is like a very easy plug-and-play solution. You just go to your property, plug the UniFi router into your you plug in the UniFi access point into your router, and your StayFi network with your splash pages and home pages and all the benefits we just covered are automatically started being broadcast. But basically, as we talk to our customers and try to understand what the main pain points to adding StayFi to more and more properties when they wanted to were, we found like there were like two main things. One is, of course, everybody wants this like come up with a more affordable solution, but also a solution that's more catered to the types of properties that our customers have. So UniFi, as you may know, it's like an enterprise solution. So it's meant to be professionally installed, wall-mounted or ceiling-mounted. It sometimes takes an IT team or person to set up everything like perfectly. Conversely, Aginet looks more like what you would expect of a Wi-Fi setup to be in a home. So if you have been using something like Eero, Google Mesh, Tetlin Deco, that is exactly what Aginet looks like as well. It's like a small pod. You just place it there. There's no crazy wall-mounted installations, and you get the best type of connectivity, particularly for residential homes. So it's still a high-speed solution, very reliable in terms of Wi-Fi, specifically built for residential buildings and houses. And as of now, it's our most accessible solution to get started with StayFi. It has the plug-and-play simplicity that UniFi has. If you have been using StayFi Express, again, you might have had this experience where you need to go to the property, log into your Eero or Teplin Deco or whatever system you're using app, make some changes, which might make it a little bit more of an involved process. Aginet is not like that, even though it does include a StayFi Express. Because we're selling the whole bundle together, that configuration already happens in our warehouse before we ship the device. And it's a very simple plug-and-play experience. So similar price point, cheaper price point than UniFi, but the same setup experience, and also like the same connectivity experience that you would have with one of these home grade devices. Just to like dive into that a little bit more, the way in which Aginet is different to UniFi is it this kind of like pod looking devices have a 360 signal radiation. So you just put it in one place wherever you can, as central as possible, and you will have like uh, connectivity in all directions, all stories, up and down, left and right. And when you're trying to mesh the second device, you also don't have to be worried about which way you're placing it, or there's no this like directional Wi-Fi meshing capabilities that UniHub has. As long as you place it within range, does not matter where it is, does not matter which way it's pointing, it's going to create a seamless network. And lastly, similar to what we do with UniFi, and unlike StayFi Express when you get it on its own, everything is still managed through StayFi. So Aginet has like a cloud architecture that we are going to handle for you. So any changes that you want to do in your networks in terms of network name, network password, if at all, the get offline alerts, see which devices and which guests are connecting to your properties, all of that you can still do through StayFi's portal, as you would do with UniFi. So we support all those capabilities as well. One thing that is kind of like different with how we handle UniFi is how the purchase experience works for Aginet. Basically, because we're selling these pre-programmed bundle of Aginet's devices with a StayFi Express, each of these bundles is meant to work together. So you're not buying individual devices, you're buying packs or bundles for each property. So say you have like one property that needs two devices due to its square footage, and then you have another property that needs three devices. You would not be buying like 5 devices altogether. You would be buying one pack of 2 devices and one pack of 3 devices to get full coverage in each property separately. And it's also important when you are setting this up. You might have experienced this with UniFi, where if we ship your devices and you did not have them pre-assigned to a property, you just pick them up. You can pick like any 2 or 3 devices, however you need for your property, plug them in, and they will all work together, and then you just assign them. Actually, it's a little bit different, in which you have to make sure that you take the 2 devices and the StayFi Express that are meant to be used together in a property. You don't have to worry about that though. We ship them physically bundled, so we make it like really, really easy for you to understand what you should take to each property. But do expect this kind of like bundle experience in Shopify when you're getting your devices from our store. If at any point you need help choosing exactly which device you need for each property, please reach out to our sales team. You can get them at sales@stayfi.com, or if you go to stayfi.com and you book a demo, you're also going to get in touch with our sales team, and they can help you select exactly how many bundles you need for how many properties and help you place your order. Also, if you're placing like a particularly large order and you want your devices pre-assigned to specific properties to make it even easier, contact our sales teams and they can help you with it as well. Basically, the other thing we wanted to show was how our current Aginet solution, how our new Aginet solution compares in price with our current UniFi devices. So what you can see is like for most scenarios, getting coverage with UniFi, getting coverage with Aginet is cheaper than the UniFi solution that we had until now. So each Aginet device covers up to 1750 square feet, which is on par with what our current UniFi Wi-Fi 7 device offers, but more than 1,500 that you get with UniFi Wi-Fi 5 or 6. So the larger your property and the more devices you would need, the cheaper actually Aginet becomes versus UniFi. So you can see that you can save anywhere from like 15 to 100 and from $15 to $400 per property, depending on which Aginet device you get versus what you would need with UniFi today. One thing I want to highlight here is you can see that we offer Aginet Wi-Fi 5, 6, and 7, all 3 generations. With UniFi right now, we only have like Wi-Fi 6 and 7. One important thing to note here is, and I feel very confidently saying this, any of the Wi-Fi generations that you use in Aginet is going to give you a better Wi-Fi experience than what you would get with UniFi 6 or 7, because it is meant to be installed in a residential home. So even if like we tell you to get like two UniFi, we would normally tell you to get like 2 UniFi 7 devices for a property. If you now instead get like 2 Aginet 6 or Aginet 5, even though it is an older generation of Wi-Fi, because of the way like this 360 coverage that I was explaining before, and it's more like intuitive meshing capabilities, your guest's Wi-Fi experience will most likely be better with an older Aginet generation than a newer UniFi generation. We still do have the option to get Aginet Wi-Fi 7 if you're interested in having the absolute latest technology available. But that one is a little bit of a higher price point, and I'm pretty sure it will not be necessary for most of our customers. What you want is a device that meshes well and has like all around coverage, and not necessarily the latest capability for what a guest is going to be doing, which is like navigating the web, working remotely, streaming in 4K or 8K in Netflix. Like all of that works with any of these devices. One more thing, I'm actually gonna go back to point one thing up here. When you get to our Shopify store, you're gonna see that we have like different bundles that you can buy individually, like Wi-Fi 5, 6, and 7. Each of them is their own product. You will also see that there's a version of each Wi-Fi generation that comes with outdoors coverage. If you purchase those on top of all the devices that you need to cover the indoors area of your house, we're gonna ship an additional outdoors Aginet device for your pool area, garden, or whatever outdoors coverage you might need. And these devices come like really weatherproof. Like we've tested them already under these conditions. You're gonna find they're like very rugged, covered in rubber. They have a like very well sealed weatherproof cable, so you can install these in an outdoor area, get coverage in your pool, get coverage in your garden. If you have any gadgets or IoT devices outside and you need it connected, it's going to help you with that as well. So if you see those bundles that say plus outdoor coverage, it includes that one extra device. That one extra device will get you, again, like 1750 square feet of coverage in like basically outdoors. If you need more than that, please contact our sales team and they can help you put a custom bundle for you. All right, so just summing up on the pricing end of things. Given those things that I just shared, say if you need to add like 30 properties to StayFi, and each of them needs like 4 devices, you would be saving over $11,000. even if you have like fewer devices or smaller properties, as I showed it before, there's actually like savings uh, at every level of like square footage and at any number of properties that you need. So if you were thinking of either getting started with StayFi Wi-Fi marketing or adding more properties in your portfolio to StayFi, this is now like the most convenient way of doing so. Again, I think I covered this before, but very seamless installation process. You just need to make sure you bring the Aginet devices and StayFi Express device that are meant to be put together in a home. You plug everything in, no more configuration needed. If your devices were not pre-assigned when we ship them, you log into your StayFi account and you can assign each bundle to the property that you're going to use it on. And just like that, you're going to start collecting data, triggering those automations that Autumn covered before, where they are in email or on SMS, presenting any upsells to your customers if you have them, and building your guest data database so you can start reaching out to your past guests and getting traffic to your direct booking website. Just like highlighting this, I think I mentioned this a few times already, but why are we like really excited about adding Aginet and offering this alternative moving forward? They have like these are devices that are meant for these kinds of properties. They have like omnidimensional Wi-Fi coverage. They work particularly well with multi-story properties. They have like longer meshing capabilities. They mesh either over 5 or 2.4 gigahertz, which means that they will automatically switch from one frequency to the other to make sure that they can extend the network as far as possible with the like corresponding Wi-Fi spectrum. So again, both the installation and the guest experience using the Wi-Fi later on are the greatest capabilities that we have offered so far. Even though I mentioned like we're really, really excited about offering this, we are not discontinuing any of the solutions we had so far. So if for whatever reason you still like UniFi or you fall under some of the scenarios where other solutions are better, we're still going to be supporting everything we support right now and keep selling everything we sell so far. So I just wanted to cover in which scenarios we do not recommend Aginet, and we recommend some of our other hardware solutions. First and foremost, if you already have hardware in your properties that is compatible with StayFi Express, and I'm gonna cover all of those on the next page, getting StayFi Express standalone is still the best solution. It's gonna be the cheapest option. You don't need to like install an additional Wi-Fi network or additional devices. Everything is already in place in the property. So you can just plug in the StayFi Express to your existing hardware. You will have to go through the configuration process in the StayFi portal, that one-time effort at the beginning, but it is going to be the easiest option for you. Then if you have like not a proper residential building, but something more enterprise grade, like hotels or boutique hotels, any larger like multi-unit property, and you can afford doing a professional installation with wiring, with larger coverage, with hundreds or thousands of guests connected to the same network, then you do want to look at an enterprise grade solution, which UniFi is. Or if you already are using Ruckus or Meraki, we can natively support those solutions as well. Again, if you have any of those already, contact our sales team and we'll go through a process of adding them, like basically adding StayFi to your current enterprise hardware. And then if you're doing any like large new developments or remodeling one of your large properties, and as part of that development, you can install a hardwire Wi-Fi solution, then you probably want to look at one of the enterprise solutions as well, where it's UniFi natively with us or any other solution that will then work with StayFi Express. And again, if you have questions, if you do not know what the best setup is for your case, ask for help at sales@stayfi.com, and we'll help you figure it out. Following up on what I just mentioned, if you know that you have any of these already in your property, an Amazon Eero mesh network, a TP-Link Deco mesh network, if you're using TP-Link Avada or have a TP-Link Archer router in your property, if you already have UniFi gateways, those we could integrate natively, but they also work with StayFi Express, Synology, Ruckus, Quantum Fiber, Aruba, or an SSRT series router. Anything here will work with StayFi Express. Those are $91 a piece, so it is the cheapest thing that you can get. And again, no need to like reposition or reinstall any devices in your property. StayFi Express will turn your existing hardware into a StayFi guest network. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna leave this here. This QR code will take you to our new Aginet, directly to our Aginet collection in our Shopify store. Or if you just go to like shop.stayfi.com and click on the shop tab, you're gonna find all of our devices there. Both the existing UniFi devices, StayFi Express, and our new Aginet collection. Again, if you need help deciding what to purchase, please contact sales@stayfi.com, and we're gonna help you out. It is now time for the Q&A. I see that we have some questions already, so I'm gonna start with those. But if you have any additional questions, please put them on the Q&A checkbox so I can see them and respond to them. And I'm gonna leave this on the screen so you can scan this at any point if you wanna start looking at our store. All right. So first question, what's the difference between this new Aginet setup versus TP-Link Deco plus StayFi Express? Is it basically just bundling for purging the devices together and having them already pre-configured, or are there any other benefits, other management or functionality benefits? So that's a great question. Basically, the way in which the guest data capture and like Wi-Fi marketing services work is exactly the same if you do our new Aginet setup, or if you purchase your TP-Link Decos on your own and then add StayFi Express. The differences are gonna be, as you mentioned, on the installation phase. So installing TP-Link Deco with StayFi Express, but separately, means that you have to go through the setup process in each property and configure TP-Link Deco to work with StayFi Express. With Aginet, that's a plug-and-play solution. Everything is pre-configured and pre-bundled together, so you don't have to do that one extra step. But also the difference is that TP-Link Deco, you are managing on your own through the Deco app. Aginet, we are gonna centrally manage through our own controllers, the same way in which we do with UniFi. So if you want a centrally managed Wi-Fi solution, where you can, from the StayFi portal, change your Wi-Fi name, Wi-Fi password, see exactly which devices are connected. We let you know with StayFi Express, we let you know the MAC address of the device that's connected to each property. With Aginet, you're gonna get like more visibility, exactly what device type is it, who the guest that connected is, and so on. Offline alerts are also like more sensitive with Aginet. With StayFi Express, we let you know when the whole network is down. But with Aginet, we can let you know when one specific device is down. Maybe like your main Aginet is working, but one of the mesh devices got disconnected. That we cannot tell with the couple of StayFi Express, but we will be able to tell with Aginet. One important thing that I think I should note here is that because the Aginet devices are hosted and managed through StayFi in our controller, similarly to UniFi, we do charge per pod. Whereas if you're using Tabling Deco but StayFi Express, you would be paying basically for just like your monthly subscription would be based on one StayFi Express device per property. But if you have a property with like one StayFi Express and two Decos, we do not charge you for a StayFi Express in that case, but we will charge you for two Aginets in that property instead of just like one StayFi Express. There's gonna be like two instead of one. If your property only needs like one Deco or one Aginet device, then the monthly subscription is the same. Next question. Will it be possible to buy only the Aginet devices? We purchased three StayFi Express units to test them out and then didn't use them. If Aginet will work for us, I'd like to utilize the unused StayFi Express devices we already bought. Yes, we should be able to do that. Please contact sales@stayfi.com and we will help you out. I think the easiest thing would be to have you return your current StayFi Express and like reship the whole bundle together again. But if you have StayFi Express devices sitting around that you are not using and you want to use Aginet instead, yes, we can absolutely accommodate for that. And last, okay, sorry, that was very Argentine Spanish, maybe not. And then last question, does StayFi Express device need to be connected by Ethernet cable to the Aginet IP, or is it wireless? The StayFi Express device has to be connected, like hardwired to the main Aginet, but we provide an Ethernet cable for that, so like everything you need for the setup is gonna be there. But I don't see how that could be a problem or a challenge, honestly. Each Aginet device comes with three Ethernet ports. So one is going to be connected to your router. The other one is going to be connected to StayFi Express, and you have still an extra port there if you need it to hardwire any other thing. And then any subsequent UniFi extenders Aginet extenders that you might need are all going to be connected wirelessly, which is like the main strength of this solution. Again, if you have any questions about how that would be like actually installed, please reach out to us over email to either sales or support, and we can walk you through the installation process. I'm gonna give it another 30 seconds, a minute, to see if anyone else has any other questions. But if not, we can wrap it up here. Thank you everybody for joining. Again, we're very excited about releasing this new solution. We do want to make it like easier and better for our customers to either get started with StayFi Wi-Fi or add more properties if needed. If you have any questions about what exact bundle you should purchase for your property, contact us, our sales team. The email is here on the screen, but if not, sales@stayfi.com. And yeah, see you in 2 weeks for the next webinar.